Hi everybody, it's Jane Malmi. Welcome back to another card making and sort of scrapbooking video. Today I am wrapping up the series on color theory with the creative design team. So hopefully you've seen all 7 videos that they have done on color theory. And today I'm going to be talking about analogous colors. So I am going to be using photos on a card, so stay tuned. It is a really fun fold card that you're gonna love. So what are analogous colors? Simply put, it's colors that are next to each other on the color wheel. So right here I have Close to My Heart's color wheel with their exclusive color palette. This is super handy if you're using Close to My Heart's colors, if you have the inks, etc. And this is on Close to My Heart's blog, so I will post that below. If you have one of these color wheels, this is a super handy tool for more general colors, but this is great because it lets you know which color each of Close to My Heart's colors fall under. But this is super useful. You can get it on Amazon, other art supply stores, stuff like that. So analogous colors can be just 2 colors. Typically it's 3 colors, and it can go up to 5 colors. So that would be an extended color, analogous color palette. You can also do a split analogous color palette, which would be within these 5, every other one. So blue, violet, blue, green, yellow, green. You can shift it any direction you want and do any 3 or 4 or 5 or 2 colors that you want. So that's basically what analogous colors are, and you always know that the colors are going to work together. So I've printed out my photos at 2x2. I did this in a photo collage called PICFRAME. I will link that down below. I love that photo collage, and so if you choose 6 photos and choose this grid, you're going to come out with 2x2 photos. I do this also when I want to print 3x4 photos. I choose the grid that has 2 side by side, and then you've got your 3x4 photos. Once you save your collage from the app, you can print it at home, you can send it into a photo developer, anything that you want to do as you would with a regular photo. I'm going to show you how I'm going to use the color wheel to choose my colors to go with my photos. So this is my mother-in-law, and this is my mom here. So I'm probably not going to use all 4 photos. Let's start with my mother-in-law. First of all, I know she loves red. And so I'm going to start over here, and that works out perfectly because she's wearing red here. She's wearing like red, violet, maybe violet here. My daughter's got on pink here. So I could go with these analogous colors. I could also go more toward this with the blue, violet, and violet, because there's blue on the boys, and it could even branch over into the blue green, and that would work. This would kind of work with her shirt here, but I'm gonna stick with these colors over here, I think, because I know that she loves red. Now with my photos of my mom, for her card, she tends to like blues and purples. She really loves all colors, but I could go several ways with this. So she's wearing red here, my son is wearing red here, so I could start with red and then maybe work my way around here and do these colors. And that would work too, and that would really make the red stand out in the photos. But we've also got a lot of blues and blue sky, greenery back here and back here. So we could move more over here on the color wheel and do these 3 analogous colors. And I think that's what I'm going to do, because those are the colors she leans to, more cool colors. So when you choose your colors, whether it's in card making or scrapbooking, you have the creative control to choose which colors you want to stand out the most. So I've chosen the paper I'm going to use for this Fun Fold Mother's Day card, and it falls in the blue-green and the blue color categories. But you'll see later on how I'm going to add in a little blue-violet. Now for the Fun Fold card, you guys, this is so easy but so impressive. We are starting with just an A2 card base, but you want it to be folded on the side like you see here. And then we've got an 11 by 1 inch strip here that you're going to score right in the middle and at the 1/4 and 3/4 marks. So you're going to fold it right in half, and you're going to use your bone folder to get a crisp fold, and then you're going to fold one side right back on itself, back to that original fold, and then you're going to flip it over and turn the other side back. So you've got it folded into quarters, and when you lift it up, you've got this W fold, and that's where the W fold name of this card comes in. So next, what you want to do is put all of the panels onto the card. I've got here some paper and cardstock from the May National Scrapbooking Month special. So it's a sneak peek of what's coming next month. This paper's from the Picture My Life card pack, and I thought it was perfect because it's got my 2 colors combined in it. So that's going to go on the front. And then on the inside, we want to put these 2 decorative panels. I've got some cardstock with a beautiful rose gold foiled pattern on it. And it's just so pretty, and I think it makes a big impact when you open up this card. And with the photos on there and an otherwise simple decoration, it really makes an impact. So now you're going to take that W fold and you're going to line it up so that it's right in the middle and put it down on one side. And then when you go to the other side, you can either stretch it across and line it up like that, or I like to just fold it up on itself, close the card, and press it down, and then you've got your fun fold card. Wasn't that so easy? So now I'm going to add some photos, and then the 4th panel is going to be my greeting. So I'm going to back them with the Bluebell. By the way, this is Bluebell and Glacier. The Glacier almost looks like a mint color, but the Bluebell and Glacier look really pretty together. Something you'll also want to keep in mind with analogous colors is there might be a color that's next to another color on the color wheel, but one is a little bit more gray tone and one is a brighter full strength color. And they may be next to each other on the color wheel, but not necessarily look really great together because one is so bright and one is so gray. So just kind of keep that in mind as well. Now, when you put these squares down, whether they are photos or decorative panels that you've decorated with stamps or whatnot, you want to make sure that you put the glue just behind the center of that square so that it doesn't stick down on the base of the card. You want it to stick down just on that 1-inch strip that's going across. Ask me how I know that. So now I'm going to do a little stamping from this new up-and-coming stamp set and stick that on there. I stamped it up a little bit higher than center so that you have room to put your sign your name and put a little greeting if you want. You could also leave that panel on the right, a paper that's maybe more lighter and that you can write on to write your greeting, or you could put more on the back. So now I'm using some butterfly thin cuts that are also from the National Scrapbooking Month special. The bundle is so awesome. You guys are definitely going to want to check it out come May 1st. And then I also used this alphabet die set to spell out mom. And I'm going to put these on the front of the card to decorate it. I'm keeping the front of the card fairly simple because I've got a lot going on the inside, and I think that these butterflies really on their own just kind of pack a punch. They're layered and so pretty. So I'm going to glue the die cuts down on the bottom, and I'm using Bluebell on top of the kind of minty glacier color of this paper so that it stands out. And then I'm going to glue the bases of the butterflies down, and I'm using tweezers to help because they're so delicate. And on the top layer, I'm putting glue just in the center, and I used specialty paper on all of these. The white is a pearl paper, and then we've got the holographic paper. And so when you glue them down, it kind of wants to slip and slide, so you just have to be careful to kind of keep it in one place and not let it slide around. And whoops, slid that around a little bit. So I'm not going to mess with that until it's dry. It slides a lot, especially on the holographic paper. And so now I'm going to add a little bit of embellishment. I pulled out my Bluebell pearls and glitter sequins or glitter gems and decided to go with the pearls. They are a little bit more gray blue color. Scattered just a few around that and wanted to bend the butterfly wings on that second butterfly. Now, of course, adding a little bit of shimmer brush to add a little bit of shine to Mom, and we are done. All right, let's take a closer look at this card we created, and then stay tuned for 4 more card examples that I will share afterward. So look at these holographic butterflies. See how they're picking up lots of different colors, and it looks like they're even casting a little bit of purple. So we've got a little bit of accent of our third color here with the blue violet. And then we're gonna open it up and bam, look at how cool that is. What mom would not love this? And then we've got a sneak peek at some new products coming soon with these little purple holographic sequins that add just a little bit more of our third accent color. And I just love how that looks. So let's take a look at how my mother-in-law's turned out. Here is hers, and we went with warm colors for this one. And so we are gonna be over here, kind of like the red, orange, and orange, or maybe even a little bit like this. And then I snuck in a little bit of yellow too, just for the flower centers. You may also notice that there is green. And so with this card, I wanted to point out that you can use the analogous colors as a starting point to help you choose a third color. So we're over here, and I wanted to add a little bit of green for my leaves. Well, if you're going to be using any of these colors, actually really red, violet, or red, you can jump across to one of their complementary colors. So green would be complementary to red, and yellow green would be complementary to red violet. And so if you go to any of the complementary colors of what's in your analogous color scheme, then you are probably going to be okay. So that's what I did for this card, and I use it as a jumping off point. And then we open it up, and since I only had 3 photos, or since I only had 2 photos, I did those 2, and then I decorated one of the panels with some more of those flowers, berries, and then that same butterfly die from the first card. So that is the second example for this fun fold card. Now I've got 3 more examples to share with you. And for these, I used the Build a Rainbow die, which is right here. And I did a whole video using this die, 5 cards using this one die. So I will link that up below, up above, and in the description below if you're interested in that video. But this one uses a true analogous color scheme where we've got red, violet, that's where the pink falls in. We've got violet, which is this here. And then we've got some blue violet because this holographic paper, which is a different holographic paper, picks up whatever's around it. It's picking up some pink and purple, and so we're getting some of that blue violet in there as well. So we're right in this range. Even if it's just kind of in here, that would be a 2-color analogous color scheme. And then the silver and gray and white are neutrals, which can be used with anything. Okay, and then for this card, I used a split analogous color scheme. So we've got the yellow-orange, and then we skip yellow, go to yellow-green, and then skip green and go to blue-green right here. And then, of course, silver, gray, and white are neutral, and that was that card. I did some ink distressing ink, on the back, ink smushing with the Distress Oxide inks for kind of a sky look. And then card number 3 is another split analogous color scheme where I used yellow green, blue green, and blue violet to create this one. I just love the mix of these same flowers from the Daisy Meadows scrapbooking set here. Same flowers I used on my mother-in-law's birthday or Mother's Day card, and they come with the matching dies. So this is a super awesome set, which is on sale right now for Stampaganza in April 2021. All right, so that wraps up all of the cards today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you learned a lot about analogous colors. And if you haven't seen all of the other creative design teams' videos, be sure to check them out. I will link them down in the description below, as well as a playlist at the end of this video. So here's a closer look at all of the cards that I shared today. All of the supplies I used are listed in the description below, and remember that stamps and Stamp Plus die sets are on sale in April, so I'll leave a link to the stamp sale if you want to check those out. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, and like this video. That really helps YouTube to share my video to like-minded people such as you. Thanks a lot and have a wonderful day.